To CVM at Sunrise. Now, there's still a level of excitement in the air as recently the deaf community, given the fact that they are impeded by their inability to hear, made their mark when they crowned Cassandra White as Ms Deaf Jamaica 2010. Now, this morning, we have the privilege of introducing her to you, as well as Audley Green, the interpreter. Welcome, both of you, to CVM at Sunrise. Cassandra, sit here now.
How do you feel?
Good morning. You see, we have it locked, you know.
I'm feeling great.
She's feeling great. We're learning some sign language here this morning. Good to have you. So we have to do the interpretation.
So Cassandra, why did you decide to enter the competition in the first place?
She wanted to show the other deaf within the community, particularly other women, that we do have good role models among us. Why did I compete? So you can stop having more sexual violence against deaf, as well as other negatives against us, and show that we do have wonderful people among us.
And you are beautiful.
Beautiful, yes.
Gorgeous. You are very welcome, and you've been getting a lot of attention. I saw you in the paper a couple of times. You're on CVM at Sunrise now. You know, how are you handling the success? Yeah, how are you going to manage it?
Well, truly it's hard. I just have to keep. I don't really focus on that sort of attention. I do have a goal that I'm trying to work towards, and I'm trying to work with the deaf as a team to achieve things.
Definitely.
You're the first Ms Jamaica, Ms Deaf Jamaica. What is your mandate? What do you plan or hope to achieve in your position?
Hopefully, I plan to try to pick the best woman to represent the deaf in Jamaica among the world and internationally well.
And as she mentioned before, you know, there is a lot of negativity attached and abuse attached, and we're all human beings, and I'm sure, you know, you can use this as an opportunity to show the world that you guys do have a face, you have a voice, and you have a light. What's your first step from here? What's the first thing you're gonna do?
First thing I want to show the world, not just Jamaica, but the entire world, that deaf women can do things. We can work. We can model, just like hearing people. We all are equal.
Cassandra, as a person that is deaf and a female, what are some of the major challenges that you have faced throughout your life?
The main problem or the main challenge is that many jobs don't accept deaf women. There's a discrimination. She wishes that all bosses and all business places do not push us aside and do not segregate, but see us as normal people.
You know what? I think we should be learning sign language in school.
Provide employment for all of us.
Yeah, I think we should be learning sign language in school, and therefore we can communicate with everybody on this planet, you know what I mean? But tell me about driving and stuff, because I know there's some issue where people who can't hear aren't allowed to drive. Are you aware of that? What's your take on that?
It's gonna be changed.
I'm aware of that, but recently,
yes.
Still they've not accepted, there's still lots of things bubbling underneath, but we're still happy for that because we are pushing and we're trying to get equality.
Okay. Whose idea was it to have this competition? Because it's the first Deaf Miss Jamaica, you know.
Okay, this idea was born by one Ryan Gale, who is a former student of Lissamere Gilbey School for the Deaf, which I taught him many years ago. And he went abroad, did his first degree, came back, then went again and got his master's. So he came back with the idea, Mr. Green, what can we do to elevate deaf women? So he came up with a wonderful idea that there's a Deaf Miss World, and so we should try to at least involve the deaf Jamaican women and see what we can do, and use this opportunity to fight against discrimination and so on.
So since there's a Deaf Miss World, is that what you're hoping to achieve? As in allow Cassandra to enter the competition.
You're going to win big?
Yes.
Yes.
We are
So she's like the next Miss Yendi Phillips?
She's trying, she's trying, she's hoping, it's not a hope, she says.
Right.
She will.
She
be the
will,
next Miss
and that's the type of determination and drive that we appreciate and we love. I wish you all the best of success, and you know, I hope that you do take home the international crown. But what is that you would tell younger girls, not just people who are hearing impaired, but just younger girls in general? You know, what message would you leave with them in order to, you know, motivate them to be successful?
Particularly for the deaf, I'd like for them all to try to get their education, not to just be relaxed and protect themselves against diseases, HIV, etc., and pregnancies.
And what is your goal in general, in your future goals and your aspirations, your career?
An accountant.
And a model and a beauty queen.
But I also hope I get sponsorship to go to university to study accounting.
Yeah, man.
Good.
Sounds great.
You will.
You will. You have the determination.
You will.
You have the zest. And as I said, you're a gorgeous girl. Thank you so much
And
for
smart.
sharing with us. And smart.
And
intelligent.
smart. You
and
will.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Folks, our first ever Ms Deaf Jamaica here on CVM at Sunrise. It doesn't get better than this, does it, tomorrow? No? Thank you so much, both of you.
She's such an inspiration to me.
Yeah, you get some goosebumps. She cried already, you know, when you
Regina, let's not go back in the past. Let's not go back there. Congrats, Cassandra.
Congrats. Let's take a break when we come back. It's more on CVM at Sunrise, so don't move.